Hi, yeah, guilty. So what I'm going to do today is overpower another speaker, as you might have guessed by the video's title. Alright, so in today's junk clearance video we have this DOS speaker, which is sat next to this slightly demonic being, also known as a cat, named Pancake. Now if you've watched me doing this before, you probably know the drill. But if you're unfamiliar with what I'm about to do, here's a quick rundown. I'm going to open this up, take out the speakers, rewire them, put them back in, wire this up to my amplifier and overpower it. Now some of these speakers are a little more difficult to open than others. This is one example of a pretty difficult speaker to open, mainly because it was completely waterproof. It took a bit of doing, but I eventually got there, and this speaker I actually liked. However, this one right here is a bit meh in comparison. I mean, it sounds alright, but the extra bass does absolutely nothing. Either way, like I said, junk clearance, and this is what I'm doing. Now some of you might be thinking, give it to me. Why doesn't he just give them away? Give away these speakers that you're just gonna blow up. The thing with that is giving this away would cost me something, when doing this earns me a video for the channel and entertainment for you. Do you see my point? How about now? Do you see my point? I'm pointing. Bad joke. Alright, well anyway, if you're wondering how to open this, I'm about to show you right now. So on this, what we have is this thing right here, which is going to come off. And that basically gives you access to these screws. And screws are the key. The keys to opening things. But only if the screws are stopping the things from opening in the first place. Otherwise, they're not going to work. Also, what we need here is a screwdriver. And does this one fit? Yes, it does. Alright, so I'm going to take these out now. Alright, well I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was hoping the speakers would pop out. Okay, so now I'm going to tin these. And now I'm going to drill holes in the back of this, both sides. Probably around there should do it. Right, there we go, that should do nicely. And then we feed the wire through the holes. And there we have the wiring coming through, and now to attach the wiring to the speaker terminals. What I did was I left the speakers inside here rather than pulling them out. I left the original wires connected to the terminals too. The original wires didn't disconnect, which was a bit of a surprise. Now what I can do is put it back together and I'll test the amp inside this, and then I'll test my amp. And just in case you want some specs, this right here is the spec of the speaker. Alright, so let's see how this sounds with the built-in and playing some songs from my phone. I'll max out the volume on both and we'll just see how this sounds, or how much the speakers move. This isn't going to be a sound test, even though I'm saying let's see how this sounds. If you want to see a sound test for this, or even hear a sound test, then the video is somewhere in my videos, somewhere. You'll have to find it. The name of the speaker is spelled D-O-S-S, so there's a bit of a clue if you want to type that in. Either way, let's turn this on now and see what happens. And it's connected. I'll just turn up the volume. Wow, that's quite loud. And here we go with the first track. Now there's a surprising amount of difference between this speaker and the previous one that I overpowered. The previous one was weak and really pathetic. This one, the bass, the sound was clear and really nice.
Be carried lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied lace.
Alright, so the bass line on that one is obviously a little different, makes the speakers move a little differently, but what we're going to do next is connect my amplifier to it. I'll play the same tracks again, but I've also got another one that I've prepared for this test. Alright, so I've got this connected, gonna have to turn this off though. Alright, let's see how much these speakers move. I think that's about the limit to the amount of volume I could probably give them.
Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always killing time out.
Alright, let's try the last part of the second track.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Alright, during this bit what I'm going to do is turn up the volume a little louder than it was before.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on day.
Alright, wasn't too bad. I was pretty much at the limit of these. Yep, they feel warm, but they've got a bit more in them. I mean, they could probably last a little longer. Don't think they've got much more in them. Alright, so what I have here is this quick little thing that I've made. I'm going to play this on the speaker next. The only thing is, that pattern right there, the pink and the sort of purpley sort of one, the synth for that has gone and reset itself. So I'm not too sure what the sound was or which sound it was exactly. So I'm going to have to change that. So it probably won't sound as right as it should have sounded. And I could probably make a track out of this at some point too. Alright, so this is what I mean by the synth resetting itself. I have no idea what the sound was. I could basically choose any. Right, so what I'm going to do is basically choose any. And I'm going to play the track until this stops working. Right, so here we go. And I might just even upload this beat as it is to my other YouTube channel. So if you want it, it might be there at some point. Right, well that took a bit of time, and it's smoking a little bit, but luckily it's encased. Oh yeah, I put blue tack on the back of this to seal it off. More or less a decent seal, but there is smoke coming out, and if I go like that and place this against the keyboard, you should be able to see the smoke coming out, and there we have the smoke coming out. And here, like the other one, we have another video game controller. Wow, these are actually pretty hot. Well, that's been fun, and now my room smells a little funny, but more to come, stay tuned. Also, there's a music playlist of my own music in the description. If I actually decide to upload this beat as it is, it'll probably be there. If I decide to complete this beat and make a tune out of it, it'll also be there. Either way, I'll catch you in the next one.